Have you ever noticed how tightly you hold on when life feels uncertain? When things feel unclear, unstable, or unfamiliar? Most of us instinctively reach for control. We try to manage outcomes, predict what is next, and stay close to what feels familiar. In many ways, that makes sense. We are naturally wired to need some level of control over our environment in order to feel safe and secure. Control can feel like protection. It can feel like safety. It can feel like grounding. But sometimes what feels like grounding is actually fear wearing the mask of stability. Because there is a difference between being grounded and being stuck. A white knuckled grip on control may help us avoid discomfort for a moment, but over time, it can create rigid, stagnant inner environments. We begin to cling to the familiar even when the familiar is draining us. We respect patterns that no longer serve us. We stay inside mental and emotional structures that feel safe but no longer allow us to grow. This is where the tension between control and growth begins. Growth asks something different of us. It asks us to loosen our grip. It asks us to face uncertainty. It asks us to move into spaces we have never been in before. And that can feel deeply uncomfortable. Now, growth by definition is becoming more resilient, more patient, more aware, more capable, more wise or wiser. But every kind of growth takes us beyond the limits of what we already know. It stretches our identity, our habits, and our comfort zone. So when we are overly committed to controlling the familiar, growth can feel threatening instead of freeing. The truth is, true freedom, empowerment, and resilience do not come from controlling everything around us. They don't. They emerge when you allow yourself to outgrow old challenges, embrace the unknown, and evolve. But this can only take place when you are grounded in core beliefs that allow for such upward mobility. Core beliefs that allow you to embrace the unknown. If your core beliefs limit you in this regard, they cannot support grounding. Grounding is not rigid control. Grounding is inner steadiness. It is the ability to remain rooted while life changes around you. It is the ability to stay connected to yourself even when outcomes are uncertain. It is the ability to pause, to breathe, to reflect, and respond with intention instead of panic. A grounded person is not someone who controls everything. A grounded person is someone who can remain present while growing through what they cannot control. That is a powerful shift. Many of us have built invisible cages out of familiar routines and beliefs and coping patterns. We tell ourselves these structures are keeping us safe, but sometimes they are also keeping us small. True freedom requires breaking out of your own self-built cages. It means learning to let go of the patterns that drain your energy so you can make room for meaningful transformation. And transformation is different from growth. And it's a more terrifying process. While growth is becoming more of something, transformation is becoming something new, something different. That is what transformation is. Transformation is a deeper process. It is not just about adding more strength or more knowledge or patience to the person you already are. It is about shedding your present form in order to evolve. It may require redefining your habits, perspectives, and even some of your core beliefs. Again, that can be unsettling. But guess what? It can also be necessary. Sometimes strengthening your roots require releasing the version of yourself that was built only to survive. This means sometimes grounding is not about holding on tightly. It is about letting go with wisdom, letting go of old fears, letting go of rigid expectations, letting go of the need to always know. Because when you release what no longer supports your well-being, you create space for something deeper. You will create space for resilience, for clarity, and a more authentic sense of self. Here are some questions I would like you to reflect on. Where in your life are you trying to control what you are actually being called to grow through? Where are you clinging to the familiar? Not because it is healthy, but because it feels predictable. And what might become possible if you trusted yourself enough to evolve? ThinkWellness is currently creating Stable State Oasis, a member platform where you can explore the beliefs and patterns and inner structure shaping your grounding and discover whether they truly support resilience. If this message speaks to you where you are right now, join the waitlist through the link in the description below. And if this video encouraged you in any way or form, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And thank you for watching.